Welcome back, everybody. Whew, that was a speed dating round, huh? I would like to hear two or three experience reports, let's say. What can you share? How was it in the breakout rooms? Like one takeaway or one fun career that you didn't expect that somebody would have? No need to name any names either, but just, let us take part in your experiences. Susan, Enzo wanted to say, or
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Hey.
just quickly I met someone who would have been a soccer player, maybe the next Messi or Ronaldo.
Oh, wow, wonderful. And by the way, also, I have not forgotten here where you are from in the chat here. We have, yeah, Enzo, you're from Rwanda here, right? Welcome.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
And then Armenia, Scotland, Argentina. Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, great, Enzo. Thanks for sharing. And it's your first time and already being so brave here. So wonderful. And who wants to out themselves? Do you want to identify yourself? Who wanted to become a football player? Otherwise, who was it?
Too late for me. I wouldn't be
Is it Kiel? Yeah,
accepted.
badminton or what is it called? Like,
I did a lot of volleyball on the
hey,
medium level, let's say, as amateur, but
not bad.
for about 10
Yeah,
years. So, but when
great.
you reach the age of 50, then I realized, uh, while being at tournaments, that all the guys about 50, 55, they got chronic problems with their knees, with their shoulders, and
Oh,
that was the reason I thought, oh, I love this sport so much, but I didn't want to
yeah,
have problems for the rest of my life, so I
yeah.
stopped.
Sometimes. Oh,
But
yeah,
I
I
I
was
swim.
see.
a
That's also good.
federation. I was a volleyball player for the federation of my region and my country from
Wow.
8 to 19. So I know what you're talking
Whee!
about.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
gosh,
you
look
still
at
It
that.
was not
I hope you
easy.
don't have any
Yes.
problems with your limbs.
Yes, with my knees, with my knees.
Oh,
Ah,
Mostly with my knees, some, but mostly
hmm,
with my hands. Like because
yeah.
I don't know how to say, I never said this word in English, but I was the lifter
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I'm short. So the only
Hmm,
thing I could do was lifting the
lifting.
balls for people to cut, you know?
That's
Oh,
true.
wow, wow, wow.
That's
Well,
so
great.
much fun too.
Yeah. So I have some sort of arthritis,
Yeah.
arthrosis in my
Yeah.
fingers, because you have to
Oh,
to
yeah.
like 100 times to 1,000 times a day to practice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. It already brings me almost to our next game. But before we come to this, I think Ezekiel was identified himself as a future football player now, or a former, or in another life. But now I think he's off camera. But Ezekiel, great, wonderful dream. Yeah. Or is he there, Ezekiel? Maybe I also pronounced it wrongly. Okay,
He,
but great. Okay,
he's
but
the
yeah,
one
any.
from
Hmm?
Argentina, isn't it?
I need to check in the chat. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Ezequiel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, and that's why. Okay, the next Messi here. Cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Yeli. Do you want to share something from your breakout room before we move
I
over to
think
the
I
next
had
game?
bingo in just
What?
after three questions. So
Wait, and you have to shout out, and I need to. You shout out, and I prepare the sound effect. Wait a second.
okay,
Here. Oh, no, I need to share it.
bingo.
And of course, I need to also turn on the sound and everything. Okay,
Where's the
so
sound?
but did you? Okay, let me hear. So was too easy, basically, yeah. Wait a second here.
Yeah.
Bingo! So yellow is the bingo winner.
I
Great.
think it was Doris who was interpreting at a political event,
Ah,
also regularly for the same client. And she prefers, like me, interpreting over translation work. So that's the make the bingo.
oh wow,
Oh my God! Wow!
amazing. Yeah, very great sound effect on it. So Susan, sorry, what about your
Are we,
competitive?
are,
Yeah.
are we, yes, are we just going for a line or the whole card?
And no, just the three on a row.
Ah,
Oh,
That-
sorry,
That's
no.
how
I
that's
think
how,
I
how
said
I
I
how
did
I
I did
thought
say
it.
the whole card, I think.
Yeah,
said-
I
you
remember
said?
too. It was the whole card.
Oh.
Sorry, Yella. So,
Yeah.
Just break the rule.
Wait a
But-
second. So the game is still on, yeah? So it's the
But-
whole
but
card here because it's too
my-
easy otherwise.
here's a future Messi. Hello, Ezekiel.
Yes, hey.
We
Ooh.
heard
gone
you will become the
outside
next
to show us some moves.
Messi. At least Enzo was
Je will.
talking about it.
I'm still on time.
Great, yeah, it's still possible. So yeah, great. But okay, so the bingo game is still on, but great. Maybe Yellow, you can still get there. So the whole card because it's only 9, I
Whole
think,
card, okay.
anyways, right? So yeah, make it a bit challenging here. All right, okay. So the next game, it fits perfectly into this because we are already sharing, personal things that are outside of interpreting. But we can also share more about our interpreting world, whatever you prefer and feel comfortable with, of course. And the next game is perfect for this. It's called Two Truths and a Lie. So who has heard of this? Some, of course, have already played it here. Who has heard of it? Two Truths and a Lie. I know Michael has heard of it because he has played it before. Flora as well, maybe. Lily, of course, as well. Yeah. Well, let me quickly explain. So, Two Truths and a Lie is also a fun game to get to know each other in a different way than, just like, okay, what do you do? What do I do? Huh? Snore, fall asleep. But it's more like, so you, a gift person makes 3 statements. 2 of them about themselves, about their life, can be personal, can be professional, but 2 statements that are true and 1 statement that's a lie. But all, of course, with a poker face and so on. And then we, the others, have to guess which one is the lie. And then, of course, the one that picks right is the next one whose turn it is. Yeah? Is that clear so far? Shall I start to give you an example? So I will say 3 statements, and you are to guess which one is a lie. 2 truths, 1 lie. Okay. So once I translated a book from a music band about their story, about their uprise, and so on. So I translated a book from a music band from English into German. Another one is I interpreted during a woman giving labor in a hospital. That was very dramatic. The third is I studied my Masters of Interpreting in England. Okay.
I
One
would
second.
say the first one is a lie.
The music book.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Can you
Ani?
repeat them very quickly?
Translated a book from a music band, interpreted during a woman giving labor. Of course, a man, not. Third, studied in England.
For me, it's also the first one.
Okay.
Oh, I was
I
Anybody?
going to
think
say
the
the
third
last
one is a
one.
lie.
Doris says the third one that was studying in England. Okay.
Yeah, me too. But I also think that Mikael would know if you'd not studied in England.
Yeah, the problem is
So
she used one example which we already used. I don't know, last time we had this networking session. So you have to invent other stuff.
Yeah. Well, wait for it. Yeah. And yeah, also Michael said something last time, and I also picked the wrong thing. It's like I was sure. So we always learn about
Yeah.
new things. This is great. Okay, but everybody needs to, like, at least in their mind, guess something. Yeah. Everybody needs to give their vote. Or let's just quickly go around. Rosanna, what do you think? Because we need, of course, afterwards the person that picks right and moves on. Rosanna, what's your guess?
The labor. The woman giving in labor is the lie.
Okay. Okay, Susan, what's the lie?
I was going to say the third one, that you studied in England.
Studying in England. Luis?
Hi to everyone. I do believe that is
Quick.
I don't really know the second
decide.
one. The second one.
Second
second
one
one,
was?
you interpreted a woman giving labor.
Yeah, Michael
It
said
was
already
quite
the book.
dramatic.
Okay, Michael was for the book, Yeli.
I guess the third one isn't right.
Studying in England. Okay, Enzo.
I'm calling the first one about the book.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
Doris was also the book, I think, right? No, it was England. England, yeah. Studying in Flora.
The first one about the book.
Book, okay. Ezekiel.
Yeah, for me too, about the book. That's not true.
Okay, Lily, if she's there. Maybe not. Ganya.
She's there.
Ah, yeah, Lily, hello.
They are interpreting and the pregnant one.
Okay, labor, okay, lie. Ganyat. Ani. I think Ani said already, no? She said the book.
Ganiat is
Yeah.
doing our interpretation practice at the background.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect. Okay, great. Fernando?
I will say the one of the book.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Are you ready to hear what it really is?
Drum
It's
roll.
interpreting during labor.
I
I never
Ah!
interpreted.
I thought you said it. You did it, or you were
That was
talking.
Antonio. I stole it from
Oh, you
Antonio.
were talking about someone who did it. Yes, that was a
I
different.
do it.
Antonio gave this example last time at
Oh,
one of the
Antonia, yeah,
networking events.
precisely. Yeah.
Mm.
It's
And she, yeah.
I do about 5 labors a day over the phone.
What? Oh, wow! Not that. So see, it's not that much of a deal.
It should become a midwife.
She's been a public service interpreter, medical interpreter. Perhaps she did it. I do it 5 times a day.
No,
Doris
and if you're curious,
become
the book
a
I
midwife.
translated is real. It is from the punk band No Effects. It's quite interesting.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
My friend's first medical interpretation was during a labor. That was horrible.
Oh wow! Look at that. See, and I also thought like when Antonio said it in the network, we were like, what? It's like during labor. And see, it's not that uncommon. Amazing. Thanks for sharing. But okay, so I think
may I
Rosanna
ask
was
you-
the first one that picked it. So I think it's Rosanna's turn. But yeah, Michael.
Yeah, I
And
wanted
Rosanna
to
can
ask.
think about so two truths and a lie. What do you want to share?
Oh, me. I should.
No,
do
no,
it?
no, Rosanna.
Okay,
But you
Rosanna.
wanted to say something, Michael. I
Yeah,
think.
I wanted if she is already mother herself, or was mother herself before she was interpreting for this women who was in labor, because then you are an expert yourself, and otherwise it's more like what we have. We have mostly knowledge about stuff, but never underwent it. So this
Yeah.
could be also have an influence how you would interpret.
Yeah, absolutely. But was this a question to a specific person here? Or?
I don't know who said who did it.
Doris and Annie.
Yeah, and it was awful to do it. She said.
It was Annie. Annie said it
Ah,
was
Annie.
awful.
Oh, it was my friend, not me.
Okay. Yeah.
The very
I
first
see.
experience of my friend in medical interpreting.
But
Oh,
she was already mother when she did it, or
No.
so she had no experience, and she was really like
Not
when I would go to
none at
court and
all.
have an awful story to interpret, and have to take my emotions maybe back to.
Yeah.
But it could be shock too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, cool. Thank you for sharing. And if Rosanna is ready, it's her turn because she guessed it right and the first, also the fastest then, that my labor story was wrong. And again, remember you have the bingo cards, right? Maybe you can also share something from that, or I don't know, like I totally forgot this, but yeah, like just as a reminder. Okay.
Okay, I have my three options. Okay, I interpreted Bob Geldof. Very difficult to interpret Bob Geldof because his language is quite sophisticated. I also interpreted on a boat, also very difficult because of all the movement and the sounds, the different noises. And my daughter's father is German. Okay. These are the three
Okay,
options.
thank you. Okay, only difficult. Susan, let's go around here. I can still think about it as
I'm
well.
going to say interpreting on a boat is the one that's made up.
Okay. Also, if you
For-
want to be fast, of course, you can also shout out or write it in the chat, because the next turn is, of course, the person that guesses it right, but also that guessed it right first, right? If there are multiple.
So in
I
the
think
chat,
number 3 is a lie.
Flor?
we should
Number
write
3.
just the one
Sorry.
that's a lie, right?
Yes, that's the lie. Yeah. Oh, yeah, write it in the
Okay.
chat. Very good. Yeah. Number 3. What was number 3, Flor? I forgot already.
Yeah,
Um,
me.
Daughter's father, German.
Ah, yeah.
the
Daughters
father,
of the German.
German
Yeah.
father.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Okay. Okay, great. Good. I see it in the chat. Yeah. Everybody in the chat. Okay. Last chance to put your guess in the chat to be part of this round here. This is the easiest, I think. Yeah, great idea. Thank you, guys. This lives from your activity, see? All right. Okay, I think everybody put it in the chat. If not, do it now. And I will play the drum roll for Rosanna to reveal it. Yeah, unless anybody wants to intervene. No, okay.
I never interpreted on a boat.
Okay, wow. I think that was already Susan then, no? Right.
Yeah,
You were the
Susan,
first
the
one.
first one. Yeah, Susan was the
You
first
were
one.
so convincing about the boat and the
Yeah,
noise and the
exactly. Yeah.
sounds. I even felt like seasick, you know?
But the
Me
same
too.
for
I
Bob
already saw you
Geldorf.
like.
I
Yeah, but
thought because she
Bob
was
Geldof was so specific
yeah,
that
precisely. I
that was
thought, okay, this must be
probably
wrong.
true. Okay.
I see. Okay, cool. All right, then I think Susan, whenever it's your turn, whenever you're ready, I mean.
Okay. So I have interpreted at a wedding. I have been to Papua New Guinea. Or the most recent court interpreting assignment I did was a murder trial.
I refuse to
Shall
answer
I say them
because
again?
I think
Yes, please. Yeah.
So the first one is that I have interpreted at a wedding. 2, I have been to Papua New Guinea. Or 3, the most recent court interpreting assignment I did was a murder trial.
All right. Okay. I put your guesses in the chat, everybody. Difficult. Oh, you're already doing it. Great. All right. We need to just see when does it change from before?
Yes,
Maybe,
I don't know. I think was the week the last
15, 17.
Yes.
Oh, we were really quick here with the these because it's only 15, 15 and then 15, 17. Let me just see. I guess it starts with 50 with the time here. On my end it's 15, 17, of course. On your end it's different. But the minute is 17, no, maybe. Doris was the first one, maybe. Or Jelle, I don't know. Jelle was yours.
2. I had said 2. Yeah.
Well, then Jelle is the first one, so it starts with Jelle here. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Has
minute
everybody
16.
voted?
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, let me put. So everybody is your last chance. I will start the drum roll. Put it in the chat if you haven't done it yet.
I have never interpreted at a wedding. It's number 1.
Oh.
So I think the first person to say it was
Doris.
Doris.
Yes! Woohoo!
How did you know?
Hey. Blanca. Shh. Sorry, my dog.
Yeah, how did you guess? Maybe it's exactly. And tell us about Papua Guinea, your stay there.
It's because I've never done wedding interpretation because I hate weddings and I hate this sort of interpretation, you know. In Brazil, public interpreters, they mostly do weddings. And I said, I refuse to be a public interpreter for Brazil. That's why I'm a DPSI because
And that's why you thought, okay,
there's
for
never
Susan.
weddings to be done for the UK. No, it's only crash, boom, bang. That's what I like.
Yeah, and that's why you thought, like, okay, then Susan, you just pick
I
wedding
love
because
weddings. I would happily interpret at a wedding. I just haven't yet. So,
Ah.
Oh, I have a
uh,
proposal to do. Maybe Doris, if you have an offer
Yeah.
to do a wedding, give it to Susan.
Yes, I will. But then you have to come to Brazil because the gringos, they come to Brazil to marry Brazilian women at the beach.
oh, okay then.
No, we'll have online interpreting, no problem. The only thing is you have to get up very early in the morning.
Yeah. I'm totally out because I hate hot weather. I hate tropical weather. I was born in the wrong location. Totally. I
Oh,
love
really?
cold
Yeah.
and rain and dark skies and thunderstorms. I hate Brazilian weather. We are in autumn right now and I am at 30 degrees. Autumn.
Other people dream of this, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but 12 months a year, 30,
Yeah.
when it's summer, we reach 45 degrees, 50
Yeah.
degrees.
I understand it. When there's always sun also, it's like always too bright. It's like you need sunshades all the time. It's like, oh.
Enzo, what's your
I'm a
meaning
god.
about
I'm a
this?
god.
You're from Rwanda. You also have to suffer
Yeah.
high temperatures?
Yeah, but the temperatures are not too high. When like it's the most high, it's like 31. So it's kind of in the middle,
Okay.
Not too bright, not too cold.
Okay, that's good to hear.
It's pretty good. It's over 40 in summer in Armenia.
Oh. And winter, and there's a real winter, I guess, huh?
We have decent winters as well. We have snow, we have everything.
We do not have winter in Brazil anymore due to global warming. Like last winter, we had about 5 days. The minimum temperature we reached was 15 degrees, and people were freezing cold, and I was freezing happy. I was like, it's warm. And people were like, oh, it's cold, I'm gonna die.
We would say in the Netherlands, oh, spring is coming.
Yeah.
That's true,
This
yeah.
was a
Germany too.
ludicrous winter last year. Probably this year it's gonna be worse, like hotter.
What
Yeah,
seasons
yeah.
do you have in Brazil, Doris? Do you have like a wet season and a dry
Yes,
season?
summer
Or
is usually stormy and humid and hot altogether. It's really like a greenhouse effect,
Oh.
like all around. It's calamity because we have monsoons like every day and it destroys the whole country. And then we have to wait for summer to be over because since it happens the whole summer, every day, calamity, then mayors and governors and the president, they need to wait for the summer to be over, the showers to be over, for then we start rebuilding the whole country from scratch. It's horrible.
Yeah, this is really lively. We can really feel it, building it as well internally. But yeah, but on a positive note again, Susan, what brought you to Papua Guinea?
oh, I was visiting a friend. So he lived in Port Moresby, so that's the capital of Papua New Guinea. And we stayed there for 2 or 3 weeks. And then we flew north to a small island on the equator called New Britain. And it's a very beautiful and tropical place.
Wonderful.
And what else can I tell you? They speak Pidgin English. So it's a bit like English, but it's more simple grammar.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And what's like their, I don't know, exotic fruit, or is there like a typical local fruit or anything?
Papaya.
The typical thing for them to do is to chew, oh, I've forgotten what it's called. Beetle, it's like not exactly tobacco, but it's like that. It makes It makes them spit red. It's
Oh, okay, interesting.
yes.
And in Brazil, actually, do they have what is typical for Brazil?
A fruit. Wow, they say it's the passion fruit. I hate it. I hate tropical fruit.
You were really born in the wrong place. You should have been born in the UK
Yes,
or
yes.
Germany or Netherlands.
Yes, I think it's passion fruit. Yeah, I just can't take it. And here they have this fusion cuisine. Like they take amazing French sweets and they stuff passion fruit, kiwi, grapes or bananas or it's like it's a tropical mess, really. And I hate that. I hate that.
Oh, and but okay, this is already like you're already right in your turn. Actually, I just noticed because it's your turn now, right? This is great. So,
Yeah.
Doris, you can think of 2 truths and a lie because already 5 minutes left only, guys. Wow, this is so
Okay.
much fun. So yeah,
So first one, I have interpreted for oh dear. I have interpreted for a rock star. This is number one. Number two, I have interpreted for many people, many people's last words. And I have interpreted for the police.
okay. What do you mean by many people's last words?
I put them to sleep.
Okay.
At end of life, you mean?
Yes, yes, when they're dying, in their deathbeds.
And what rock star?
Rock star, a Brazilian rock star.
Okay.
You wouldn't know. He's not famous worldwide.
What was number 3 again? Sorry.
Number 3, I've interpreted for the police a lot.
Oh, yeah, okay. Difficult.
Is it?
Okay, has anybody voted? I think I was the last one, possibly. Okay, so I guess everybody, I'll prepare the drum roll again. Put in your guess into the chat now. Because I'm playing it. Yeah, I'm playing it now.
What? May I?
Yes. Which one is a lie?
It's number 1. It's number 1. I think I'm a terrible liar. Everybody tells what?
This is strange with the famous last words. I would say you hate weddings. Maybe you would go to 1 or 2, but how many people
I just
will?
go for the food. I just go for the food. I don't go to the ceremony. I go for the after party.
Oh, but you really went to funerals and interpret there.
No, I do that over the phone.
And it happens via the phone. That's very strange.
Yes, that's
No,
what I
hang on,
do.
hang
I'm
on, hang on, hang on
I'm
here.
a telephone and video interpreter. I live in Brazil, but I work for the UK and the US. Yes, Susan?
But do you mean you interpret what people say when they're dying in hospital? Or do you
Yes.
mean you
Yes.
interpret at
I'm a medical
funerals?
interpreter. I'm a medical and public
Yes.
service interpreter. So people
But
are
that's not the
dying.
same. But that's not the same as interpreting at a funeral,
No,
which
no.
is usually a week
no,
after
No,
someone
these are my
dies.
words. These are my words
No.
with funerals. She said only the
No,
last
it's
word.
not a
So
ceremony.
hospital is
No.
possible, yes.
Hospital beds, when
Yeah.
people are dying in hospital beds.
This is very
I do that
important
a
what you're
lot.
doing, because
Sorry?
this is very important what you're doing, because for the family and all the people surrounding the dying person, this is really important. I never thought about it, but this is unbelievable. It's kind of a new kind of assignments we could do as interpreters. Not a nice
As
one,
a
but
medical interpreter, telephone interpreter, I do that a lot, just like labors, just like serial killers, drug dealers at the airport, immigration. Do you know
yeah,
that TV show called Airport that has one airport of each part of the world? It's a reality show, And I've been there.
Wow. So
I've
it's like
been
you're a
there.
telephone interpreter. So you're like, if I imagine it correctly, you are like in your home office, like on call or on duty, and you have this your client, it's an organization or agency or whatever, and they kind of
Yeah,
have
it's
contacts to hospitals,
agencies.
to funerals or
Yes, it's
whatever.
on
And
demand. It's on demand. So
yeah.
I'm online with 7 systems from 7 different agencies. The first one that rings, I pick it up. I don't know what's coming. I pick it up and then I turn off all the other 6. And then a new story comes, a new life comes, or a new death comes. It's always unpredictable. And that's why it's so exciting, because you never know what the next call is going to be. It's amazing. Love it.
Wow. But can you plan your work schedule? Because yeah, you have your at least your hours where you need to
Yeah.
be on call, but just in that frame, you don't know what's happening, kind of.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
I predict the scenarios, because I got trained for that, to be a medical and public service interpreter. But what I love most is like police, immigration, and A&E calls. I really like the chaos. Yes, I love the
Ah.
chaos.
So what would you have been in your other life? Like and then what is it called? Like the guys that are in emergency cars, emergency
Paramedic.
ambulance. Paramedic, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Would you
Yes,
have
I
been a
interpret a
paramedic or
lot for them, a lot for them. They go like, medic, medic. The other day, I interpreted, there was a gang fight. It was Africans versus Albanians in Manchester. And these Africans, they spoke Portuguese, and I had to interpret for the whole gang. They were all like getting stitched up and, oh, please, oh, help me. And I was there over the phone interpreting for the whole 8 African people that got hurt by they lost because the Albanians had knives and they
Oh
only
my
had their
gosh.
hands. So they're all sent to hospital. And then I went with them to the police station for the police report and everything. It was such a blast. I love it. I love it.
Wow, this is crazy. And Antonio and I, I'm north of Manchester. Antonio, one of our members, he's also in Manchester. Look at what dangerous place here we are in. Gang fights. Oh my gosh. But I don't, I have never seen anything like this, thankfully. So yeah. And yeah, guys, this is so amazing, and we're already at the top of the hour. So this is really great. So I hope you really enjoyed it, and maybe you want to continue playing. But let's wrap up here so that you are encouraged and motivated to come to our next networking event. Because there's a saying, you should always leave when it's the best or something. I don't know how the exact idiom is in English, of course. But yeah, and I think this is what it is now. It was really fun, and also, if you want to get more out of networking and or sometimes even think, oh yeah, networking is great, but I still don't get any jobs from it, well, come to next Wednesday's session, because next Wednesday I will host a LinkedIn workshop again to help you brush up, glow up your LinkedIn profile and seek clients through social media content. This is next week's session. So also invite colleagues if you like. So next week is all about client acquisition, marketing on LinkedIn, social media, how to attract the clients that you want. Yeah, the time to be confirmed, I will let you know. Need to check my schedule for next week first and be sure that I'm available at the time that I announce. So, but yeah, so this is for next week. And but do we have a bingo winner? No? Then Yele is the closest who came to it.
I think Yellow. I think he was first again.
I only had one missing. I only
I had
came
3
to the
missing.
wedding.
What was difficult? Was maybe the card is also too difficult sometimes. I don't know. Like, what's missing, Annie? What didn't we pick here? Didn't we mention?
The wedding.
Me too.
Because nobody even
Has
interprets in
anyone
the.
interpreted at a wedding?
Yes, several times. Yeah.
Okay, no, somebody has bingo, no?
Yeah.
Because now yellow, you can
I
tick the
told you,
box. So,
Doris. Yeah, I did it.
oh.
And who interpreted the
Yes, that's
political
true.
event?
Yeli told me that.
Yeah.
But I
What did
couldn't
you
get a
say,
bingo
Enzo?
from anyone.
Enzo, what did
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah, I was asking who interpreted at the political event.
I have.
I did.
Cool. So yeah, it's fun. But okay, so what I can share again is like a sound effect. Oh, that was short, really?
Yeah, very short.
I can play it multiple times. Here for yellow. Woo!
This is so what
Okay.
Brazilian girls say at parties when they're wild. Woo!
Yeah. Why not here? All right, great, guys. It was so much fun. So yeah, don't forget next week, Wednesday again, client acquisition, LinkedIn workshop. So, and with this, have a great rest of your Wednesday and rest of your week. Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Great
Bye.
week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.